Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you are on this glorious world we humans call Earth, I sincerely and truly hope you are having a thought-provoking day, evening, or night. Welcome to my channel on 3D topics. In this case, my software of choice, like you, if you're looking at my site, is Blender. But if you're not a Blender acolyte, I still welcome you to stay, because if you're here, at least you're curious about Blender. My topic for the day is, ever since I've been around since Blender 2.76 up until the current version 2.31 and beyond, is one thing I've rarely ever seen in Blender. Even I just now did the search on YouTube and I couldn't find it. My topic for the day is making a city block. I've never seen that. I've rarely seen scenes in Blender where it has human beings engaging in human beings' activities. I've seen a lot of architecture stuff. Architecture this, architecture that. But when we see the architecture, I just see an empty room with no person in there. You get my point? The person have great artist skills for making, I better say, hard, non-living objects like a chair, a bed, a table, a television. Yeah, it's easy to make that. Like I say, it's easy for me since I've been with Blender 2.76. I can make it. But for me, I'm a low poly artist. I'm not for all that photorealism. But even though I'm learning shaders to make things photorealistic, I still love the low poly world. So my topic for the day, I'm just going to give you the foundation. I ain't making no fantastic, beautiful scene. I'm going to show you right now. Let me show you my scene. It's just a little simple scene. But this little simple scene letting you know, hey, I got a little imagination because I made a little simple house. 3 different colors. You know, you can tell just by looking at this, if I wanted to, you know I can make a house if I felt like it. But when you want to make a little, like in school, when you want to get an introductory lesson, you always show the person the basics. So I just got a basic house here. But with this basic house, I hope I can show you how to make, at least make a city block. Then after you make the block, I can put the trees, I can make the landscape, I know how to do all of that. But I never knew how until today. I was really thinking about it yesterday, but today I discovered how I can make an actual city block with houses, buildings, whatever. So let's start right now. When I first started off, to help me out, I started off with just a plane. Because you see right here, I should call it, in my outline it's called plane 1, plane 2. I should call it line 1, line 2. I think I'm going to do that now. Line 1. I'm going to call this line 2. To get, for the new beginners, oh, it's an error right there. That's why. LINE-2. Okay, so they both matching up in the outline. For the new beginners out there, to get these 2 lines, all I did was add a plane, my mesh, plane. You know how I gotta zoom into it. Then I went to edit mode. I clicked on edge select. Then I selected whatever edges I wanted. Let me see. It's hard to see for some reason. I clicked on my edges. X, edge, as you see right there. And it got my edges. You see that I got an edge there, edge here, and an edge up here, I believe. Then I just scaled my edges, and that's all I did. So that's how I got the lines. So now you understand that, where the lines came from. I can delete this now. So we understand that. So I have a line 1, and I should do something to help me out. I'm going to do something just to help me out right here. I'm going to label this. This is 1. And this one right here is 2. Okay, I can remember that. The top one is 1, the bottom one is 2. It's just to help me out. And what I'm going to be using is the particle system. I know the geometry nodes is the thing now. I'm learning about geometry nodes. They're powerful. I discovered geometry nodes has a lot of features that the particles can't do. But some things particles can do that may be better than geometry node. If I was trying to make a city block with the geometry nodes, I know I would have at least 20 nodes up on there. At least 20 nodes. So I go with the particles. So I clicked on my line 1, give it a particle. There. I'm going to make my start and the end frame the same thing. Oh, and before I even do that, I want to go to edit mode and subdivide my line. I want to make sure it's in vertex mode. And now you see for this line, I have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For my demonstration, you can add more if you want to. I had 5 vertices. That's for my little demonstration. Let me click on my line 2. Let me see how many vertex I have there. Yes, I have the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's good. So you remember, you can add more vertex if you want to. And I'm going to explain the purpose of the vertexes. So I got it all set up. So all I need to worry about the end frame and start frame and the seed, which is never really used, but that's going to be an important factor in making all this stuff. So I got that. I'm going to go down to render, choose collection, and my collection, as you see in the outlier, is called house. I have a house 1, which you see is highlighted, which is brownish. House 2 is the pinkish looking one. House 3 is the greenish one. My little demonstration. Alright, so I go back to my emitter. I got it on collection. I choose house. I see a little tiny house there. I'm going to bring it up. Now you can choose any size you want. But for this, I'm just going to put it on 5/10. And this is one house. And here's the important part. Emission. I want to go to click on my sources. And I want to have it on vertex. Right now it has a number of 1,000. So right where that house at, it's 1,000 houses there. Remember, they all the same sizes, so you can't see. I want to put it on vertex. And you see it spread out. 1,000 of them right there. I'll bring it down to 0 for now. To 0. Then I'll slowly jack it up. 1, 2. And now, if, for some reason, when I went to 2, I don't see nothing. This is where the seed come in. You see that? So we're going to be, some seed never used. But for this houses thing, I'm using seed to get up my houses to show up. So that's 2. 3, it showed up easy. 4 didn't show, so I'm going to click on seed. And there it is, 4. So the main thing is using that seed. Now I'm going to get 5. It didn't show. Okay. Oh, I put it back on 3. Sorry, I was on seed. And number 5 didn't show up. So I'm going to keep messing with my seed till all 5 show up. I hope it show up. Oh, it's being stubborn now. See? Damn. Oh, there it is. So that's it. That's it. So, here's the main point, people. If your houses are on top of each other, because remember, they're all the same size, so you can't see it, but they was overlapping. Use seed. Remember, we never used seed before, but now we got a purpose to use seed. Now, something else wrong, too, see? I want all my houses to face the same direction. But one thing I should have did, I'm in object mode. I'm going to click on all my houses, and I'm going to hit Control A. So let me write that down. Control A. Hit Control key A. Okay, you got that down. So we hit Control key A. Control key A on all of them. Control key A. I want to choose rotation, and I want to choose scale. Control A, rotation and scale. Control A, rotation and scale. Now, I want to try to get all the houses to face a certain way. There's multiple ways of doing it. I could click on my line and go to rotation and see what happens. Let me see if I go to my, in a particle system, I click on rotation. Let me see what happens if I choose Y. And see, that changed it. So that will help me. I just chose Y. Now, but you could have manipulated the actual mesh like I'm doing now. You could have rotated this. After I chose Control A, I could have rotated my mesh on the Z-axis 180 degrees, and that I learned that helped. But it was easiest to do that. See, easy. And I got all 5 there. Now I'm gonna click on line 2. I want to bring it out a little bit more. Grab on the X, drag it out right there. I'm going to do the same thing. Give it a particle. I click on my new particle. Choose emission. I want to put it on 1 for now. Then I want to choose my start and frame to appear at the same time. I got that set up. Now let's go down to sources. So you say faces. I want it on vertex. Now notice we had 5 vertexes. There. I got my 1 halo to appear. Okay, there. I got 3 halos there. So it's working. So I can come down. I got it on 3. Go down to render. We choose we choose collection. Then I choose in collection my house. I can scale it up to what I said 5/10. And now I can go back to rotation and experiment with it. Let me go back to rotation. See, I want to include, what was my first rotation on? It was object Y. So I'm gonna rotate it on X. Nope, that didn't do it. And that did it. And that's it. I can erase this now because the video is nearly done. I'm going to make some explanations. And I want to go back up here. I want to make this, because remember I got 5 vertices, so I want to have 5 houses. Okay, now I had it on 4, but nothing appear, so you mess with seed until you get what you want. I got it. That's 4. You know, keep mess. I'm going to put it on 5. So I got 5 vertices. Oh, there it is. Perfect. And then the thing I should have done is hide my little house right there. So we see, good people, look, I got houses. So potentially I can make a city block. Potentially I can make a city. Cause all you need is one of them. You just can, well, for a city, you may need to have 2 of them. Then you just can keep rotating and moving it around and all over the place. And this is what we can do now. You see, here's the beauty of the particle. You can do this. Here's the beauty of the particles, and you can do this inside the from what I know, geometry knows, you can change the size of it. I'm gonna go to render. I can make my house a size 1 now. Oh, make it 1. And you see, it take up more space. I can go to my other one. Give that 1. And it takes up more space. And I just can grab the particle, grab it on the X, and just drag it apart. See? So we got the idea how to do it. Now before I go, I'm going to put it back on 5/10 and show you something else that you can do. But you see, potentially now, everyone, you can make your own block, but it looks too artificial because the houses directly facing each other. I want to show you another little strategy that you can do. I'm going to make it back to 5/10 right there. And the beauty is to go to object mode. Go back to edit mode. I want to right click and I want to choose slide vertices. I'm going to write it because I'm not sure OBS is going to show you what I just now did. I'm going to choose slide vertices. Slide vertices. When you make the right click, the right click. So that's what you do. Slide vertices, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. And the beauty I like it, see, this is what I like. When you go to the edit mode, it gives rid of the particle, so you can do it exactly with the vertices. And I'm gonna just slide some of them. Let me erase this. And we're gonna see how it look when I'm gonna click on the vertices right here. Then I'm just gonna right click and choose slide vertices. Go up here and then just slide it a little bit. See, I slid it. I can go up to click on this vertices, right click, slide vertices, and I can do this one. Grab that one. Then I'm gonna grab this end one, right click, slide vertices, and grab it and draw it in a little bit. Then let's go back to edit object mode and see how it looks. And then I'm gonna scale it back to 1. So I scaled it back to 1, and we see how the houses look. Look, since I moved the vertices, it changed the dimension of the houses. See, there's more of a gap here, and some of the houses are close to each other. So that's it, good people. Now, you know, you can start making your own scene with. And I want to look at my camera.
Oh my gosh.
I got it in camera view.
You are so.
And that's what we got. I'm looking through my camera. Hit O. And that's my camera view. So, and you know, you have a nice background, your nice setup. It looks more beneficial. You know, I'm just doing a demonstration. So, but now you know, dear people, you have the ability to make a neighborhood. From a neighborhood, you can make a whole block. From the whole block, you can make a city. And to make this city, I would just need about, I guess to make the city look realistic, I need about 6 or 7 different blocks like this. Not just repositioned all throughout the city, 6 or 7 to give it some variety. And I would just like I did earlier, I just changed the scaling for different buildings. So thank you for stopping by. I hope you got ideas about how to make a block. Because I said a lot of times when I see these 3D applications, they don't show a lot of stuff where people moving around. Now you got the idea how to make an actual block. You just have to add your land, your hills, your trees, and etc. But that's simple. But you know now, people, how to at least make a block, and from that block, you just can take it up higher. To the new beginners in Blender, like I said, I've been here for a while now, and I guess my mind's starting to adjust to the 3D world. After you've been for 4 years, my mind clicking and thinking of new ideas. Like I just now thought of, and this idea just now came to me yesterday. I thought of this a couple days ago, but I had so much trouble making it. But when you think on and on, my mind came up with the solution how to solve it. Now we know how to make our city block, and now we use one of the most underappreciated part of the particle system, the seed. That was the beauty. Just keep manipulating the seed until you get all your houses to show without no overlapping. So please, don't stop. Just keep your mind active. If you have dementia or Alzheimer's disease in your family, you probably heard doctors say to slow it down. I've seen it. I've seen people in my family who did a lot of activity with their mind. They slowed it down. This 3D stuff keeps your brain active, like it keeps my brain active. Don't stop. Keep pushing forward every day and just keep growing. You will grow daily. Till the next time, 3D family, Blender family, peace.